One of the guys that get a lot of credit is Steve Blackman from Muscular Development. I mean, those guys have done an extraordinary job for years and years and years to promote health, to promote fitness, to promote strength, to promote bodybuilding, powerlifting, weightlifting, and all of those kind of things. So the contributions they made is gigantic, and I hail them for that.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Very sincere thank you for everybody coming here today. Most people don't know this was actually canceled as of just the other day. As we all know, lots of weird stuff going on with the coronavirus and this and that. They were allowing some events to go on, but not others, and then some events with the athletes, but nobody in attendance. So it's been a little weird, obviously, this year. So this was actually canceled about 24 hours ago. I'm sure most of you know we usually have this these days on the stage, which has been pretty cool because, as you see, we keep bringing out chairs as we keep getting more people in, which is great. I was having visions last night of walking down there. There's like 4 people, and I'm like, wow, this is going to be a real short seminar. So thank you. I appreciate everybody coming out. For those of you who have been here before, it's pretty good. I love the seminar. I love it because it's post-show. In most competitions, we have a lot of pre-show stuff. Like at the Olympia, and we've got the seminars after, which are interesting, but it's tough to get things before the show because nothing's happened yet. You've got no results. So these are always great for me because we have results, we've got winners. Of course, Arnold will be coming. Big man will be here in just a bit. And as always, I'm sure Arnold's nothing more of he's the greatest. You know, he's got some great stories. And, unfortunately, we lost Franco. He's here in spirit, but he's been up here with me and Arnold the last 2-3 years, and he's just a riot. Unfortunately, we lost him earlier in the year, but I'm sure Arnold's got some great stories of him and Franco. So, you guys know each other? You know Ronnie? You know Ronnie? You guys know each other? Excellent. Who was at the show last night? Great show. Big hats off to Bob Lorimer and Jim Lorimer, of course. We all know Jim Lorimer. They've been on to go way back. They've been doing this for 50 years together. Jim's 94 years young these days, still kicking. He was still there at the show. Still loves doing what he's doing, but obviously he's had a lot to deal with this weekend. Big hats off to Bob Lorimer for really taking it up. And, he's had to deal with some things we've never had to deal with this. This has never happened in this industry. Obviously, it hasn't happened in most industries, but for us, this is literally uncharted waters. What they've had to deal with this weekend is, if you knew the behind the scenes, is insurmountable. So big hats off to Bob. I think he did a great job, and the entire team kind of came together to make everything happen this weekend. So that said, we've got some winners that we're going to start off with. I'd like to have our ladies come on up from last night. Your Bikini International winner, and women's physique winner, Lisa Bikini, Natalia Ivanenko. All right, this is the way to start things off, folks. So when you win, you get one of these beautiful jackets here that Natalia's displaying for you. Now, she happens to have 2 of these now because you were the defending champion, came back here, had some great competition up on the stage, very close, but now you got your second jacket.
Oh yes, amazing. Very honored to be here and presenting the women's physique category, and for the second year.
Well, you're showing no signs of slowing down, clearly. So, now you find yourself in an interesting position because now as the Arnold champ again, it puts you as the front runner to the Olympia. The Olympia's not until obviously September. So you got a little bit of time in between. So are you going to compete between now and the Olympia, or is it something now where you say, okay, I got to put all my eggs into that basket and try to get that title?
Well, of course, the ultimate goal is to go to the Olympia and win the Olympia. That's like the biggest competition in the world. But I might be waiting and getting ready for the Olympia. I'm going to be talking to my coach. I just competed like 2 days ago, so everything is still like in that exciting phase. But I'll be talking to him, and we're going to decide the next phase.
Now, you just don't lift weights for a living. You actually got another title that you just got over the summer, I believe. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it's my bachelor's degree.
Smiling folks, yeah. But your studies have been, I mean, I've known you for some years now, so this has been something that's been very important to you to get that degree. So you spend a lot of time reading those books.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think like it's never too much to learn, you know, you can always learn something new. And I was studying something that I love, which is the body, the human body. I have like a background in medical classes and all that stuff. And the more I learn, the more I can apply to myself and understand my body. So that's what I do, you know. I try to always improve and learn more and more to get better.
Well, apparently you've learned your body enough to get in the winner's circle again. So how about a big hand for Talia? I've been working on that. Yeah. Her English is actually better, so this is great. But congratulations. For those who don't know, Isa is our reigning Olympia champion. So this lineup here, just like the men's open, which we'll get into in a minute, is the highest caliber that you can have. It was pretty much the Olympia lineup. So you find yourself with your friends up there, with Janet Leu, with the return of Angelica Teixeira, yourself, Jen Ronzini, all the top names. So this was a great victory for you.
Yes, I'm so happy with this victory. And was hard competition for me, but this was one more dream in my life, and I'm so happy with the moment.
Well, first, your English is excellent. Yeah. Listen, this is, she's been working hard because just at the Olympia, it was, you know, it was okay, but a little bit, but she was like, no, I don't speak any English. I'm like, you'll be okay, just don't worry about it. So this has just been since September. Excellent.
I'm trying to improve more English because now I need to speak more English because I represent my category in the world. And
well, you can learn from the best right here. We can have Ronnie, he can teach you some phrases in English. Ronnie's got some great. Here, we'll try, Ronnie. Here's what you got to do. You got to go, yeah, buddy.
yeah, buddy.
How does that mean? Nothing but a peanut. That was excellent. That was excellent. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Yeah. That was excellent. Give it up, folks. Isa Piccini. You're not competing between now and the Olympia?
I'm going to Australia, and after Australia, I'm going to.
Beautiful. Very good. Congratulations. Thank you, ladies. We'll see you guys back. Speaking of Australia, our good friend Tony Doherty, who puts on the Arnold, has put on the Australian Pro for many years before that. We wish him the best. Again, they're in the same boat. We were here, so we don't know exactly. It's on right now. Hopefully, for Tony's sake, they'll be able to get that through and have the entire expo and the show. But everything's up in the air worldwide. So we wish Tony the best with that. So I've got some champs here that you'll find familiar. One of them, you just heard one of his catchphrases, but he does it a whole lot better. 8-time Olympia champion, Ronnie Coleman.
Bob, if you want to say, yeah, buddy, you got to bring it from the gut. You say like,
That's right. Yeah, buddy! I see what you mean, champ. Yeah, that's good. So, Ronnie, welcome back once again. It's always great to see you. This year, unfortunately, has been another trying year for more surgeries and the such, but I tell you what, you just keep going and going, man. It doesn't keep you down. You're always, every time I see you in great spirits, you're still meeting and greeting the fans, still traveling, you know, doing the business of bodybuilding. So bring us up to speed on what's going on. What was the last surgery? Now, you just had one a couple months ago.
I've had, like, last 2 or 3 years, I've had surgery right before the Arnold. This year was no different. 5 weeks out, 6 weeks out. I've decided since the last couple of years that I've had surgery, how I always did do when I came here. So I went out and leg pressed a bunch of weight, broke my hip socket, had me a surgery, and now I'm here again.
Just get new parts, man.
Things are going really good for me. Yeah. So I plan on probably keeping this up for the next, 2 or 3 years. It's going so well for me.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna break next.
You back break dancing before you know it.
Yeah.
Which would be something because you couldn't break dance before. So. Just keep getting new parts, but you look like you put a little size back on already.
I don't think so, but I'm
We're not comparing you to 2003 Olympia right now. I'm just saying.
well, I've only been working out for a couple of weeks now, so I need just a little bit more time. You know, I got to put on a few pounds.
What did you think of the show last night?
I think the show was great. The show is always great here. This is one of the best shows in the world.
What do you think of this guy next year?
Well, he's awesome. I already told him he was going to win when I saw him on Thursday night, you know.
The trained eye, right?
Exactly, yeah. I'm getting kind of good at this.
All right, champ, we're going to come back here, swing back around. How about a big hand for Ronnie Coleman? Well, everybody, there's a reason they call him the Conqueror. Give it up for your 2020 Arnold Classic champion. Did you do any running invitations or no? That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
What do you think? Good, bad? Got to work out a little bit? Thumbs up for you, Ronnie. All right. Well, congratulations, defending champ. You came in, you got pushed.
218.
2-1, that's right. Second victory, my bad. Still the defending champ, no matter how you guys say. So, congratulations. Man, you got pushed. I mean, this was a tough one. As everybody's seen before the show, this was probably one of the best lineups in the last 10, 15 years. Very competitive. Dexter back, he's trying to get that last title, make it even 30. We'll get into that stuff in a little bit, but and the rest of your crew that was out there. So give me your thoughts. Let's bring it back to prejudging. All right, so you go out there, first call out, and they bring 4 of you out there. What's your thought process when that happens?
I'm kidding. This is mine. That's all I'm thinking of. I'm not going to give this one to anybody, so that was my mindset. And I haven't seen the guys yet, only backstage a little bit. So I haven't seen them when we were on stage. I couldn't see the comparison yet until after the pre-judging. I could see all pictures, So after the pre-judging, from what I could see on the pictures, I knew that, okay, this, I'm close, to first, or I can be second, you never know. So, but I knew, I'm almost there.
One thing I like about the seminar is we get a little more in depth with questions. We're not pressed for time. Bring the fans into the back room, okay? So you're backstage before you get on stage. You're backstage, all you guys are in the same area, everybody's pumping up, everybody's kind of eyeing each other, kind of seeing what's up. You see Big Randy,
Yes.
you see Dexter, you see Kuklo, you see a couple of these other monsters. What are you thinking at that point? Are you kind of sizing people up?
Yes, at that point, even we among each other, we'd be Dexter would come to me hey, this guy is, he's off, you understand? Or I would go to Dexter and I'm like, hey, look at this guy, oh man, he's off, we can get him now, you understand? So, because going to the show, they make so much hype, you understand? So, for us, it's also it's a new thing when we see each other, we'll be like, oh, you don't look like what you posted on the Instagram. Yeah, so it's always like that. So, I don't know what to say, but it's always, you don't know what to expect, you understand? So once you see each other backstage, then you know like, okay, you know, this one's gonna place this way, this one's gonna place that way, you know. So we just kind of got a list, and we like the list, you know, for the best guys, and you like, okay, this one is off, this one is off, this one is off. You can kind of put on, you know, where you're gonna place the head, where you think you're gonna place the head. So that's how I do it. Yeah, I don't stretch myself at all. I just look around, you know, and sometimes I'll be the first one who will take his clothes off, you know, because some of these guys they will put on the clothes until the last second before they get on stage, you know. So,
Playing mind games,
yes,
you know,
yes,
at that point.
yes,
But,
yes.
you know, there's no tool sharpener around stage plays. That's not something we had to deal with back in the day. So you're exactly right, though, with all these, you know, Instagram out there, Facebook, and all these other, you know, people are putting up pics. And
Yes,
I think they can kind of backfire, though, in some manner, because, you know, listen, if you're a bodybuilder, you're putting up pics, and you're, you know, using the tool sharpener, and you're, you know, highlighting different things. Well, that's not what's going to show up. So, listen, the judges see that stuff, too, right?
Yes.
So,
Or either you keep your mouth, you know, or either you keep your mouth, you know, and wait till
keep moving it back and forth, you know.
and wait till the show comes, you know, or you got to back up your plan. If you say this, do that, you understand? So that's how I see it.
Give me your size up the competition. So it was you, Big Randy, Dexter, and Steve Kukla. First call out, and then I believe Akeem was added in.
Yeah.
And
You got sent back.
Sergio.
Sergio Olivier, yeah. So we got sent back, and I think Steve at the stage, another rock. After that, man, I don't watch nobody. I just go backstage, you know, catch my breath, you know, prepare myself for the next round. Yeah.
Now, it looked like Dexter came out strong. I mean, both of you came out strong, but Dexter came out strong, and it looked like, okay, we got some competition here, close. And then it seemed like he faded a little bit, and they kind of started to move him out a little bit, and then they had some different people. Next year, Big Randy seemed to be coming on. But at nighttime, it looked like he came back a lot sharper. He filled out. Now, Dexter's got some secrets I'm going to share. And it's very bizarre, because Dexter is a freak. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. 50 years old. He's still at the top of the Olympia level. You know, here at the Arnold, an instant contender. But his body just does not work like everybody else's. He told me after prejudging, I said, so what did you do? You came back, made it look a lot sharper. He said, oh man,
to eat
Chinese food.
Yeah, no, it's the same to eat, but this time I didn't eat Chinese food. I didn't do Olympia. You know, this time it was very easy for me to get my, you know, proper meals in. So I didn't have to eat Chinese food. The moment with Olympia, I was going to eat Chinese food.
You too?
Yeah.
Never would have guessed that. I would never think the Chinese food's a key, you know. But actually, you know, if you want to break it, it's sodium, actually, that's in there. It's a high sodium content, and it can fill you up. A fine line, though, can also spill you over. Not you, but you're shooting down a little bit.
I think maybe if you got like an Olympia for 3 days, then you know you can see the difference between it. But it's such a short time, you know, it won't really affect you. The only thing is, it doesn't matter what you eat. You know, as long as you get enough carbs in, you see everything going up. You know, but it's still going to get these carbs in, you know, because the taste is gone.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, because the taste is gone, you know. So.
Well, congratulations, William. We'll come back around to you. Give it up for the champ. Speaking of champs, sitting next to me, your new Mr. Olympia. How does that sound?
Oh man, it never gets old, you know, it never gets old, so I just put it that way.
Now, you've been up here in a different capacity in the past, and of course that was as the Arnold champion. Now you find yourself as Mr. Olympia. You've been a champion for some years now, obviously you won other titles. Do you find it to be different now when you walk around? Do you find it different from the fans? Obviously now you've got the Olympian title.
Of course. Anytime that you can, you know, be put on a bigger platform, a bigger pedestal, you know, a lot more people want to touch you. They want to, you know, get the pictures. They want to have your attention. So it's just a responsibility that, you know, as you reach a certain level, that comes with the game.
You've been in a good position over the years because you've been able to hang out with other Mr. Olympians. So you can kind of learn from them, kind of see how they act, the way they carry themselves, you know, with that title. So it had to be an advantage that you could kind of learn from these past champions?
Oh man, it's definitely an advantage. You know, as a bodybuilder, it's all aspects of the game you can study. You know, you can study, you know, of course you study how to improve your physique, you study the training, and you know, you look at guys, you know, of course you want to look at the longevity of a Dexter Jackson, what is he doing? You know, you look at guys that promote themselves well, you know, Jay is still very, very active in bodybuilding. Look at the way he does things, look at the way Arnold does things, look at the way Flex does things, Ronnie does things, and you just take notes. You know, these guys they've paved the way for you. And I just think it's respectable to take those things that they've taught you, unsaid and said, and use them and apply to what you're doing. So, you know, I just kind of sit back and I analyze these things, and you know, and I say, okay, what am I good at? What am I not good at? And you know, I just take it one day at a time.
Now, by virtue of his victory last night, William has positioned himself as the #1 contender to your title. So
I'm used to it, man. Man. My brother, man, he's always been pushing and challenging me, man. And I remember, you know, he's been a motivation to me when I wasn't doing well, you know. And he said it himself. He said, it's gonna be me and you one day. It's me and you. What was that? It was like 2017, I think, maybe. Well, you said it multiple times. Yeah, that's when I was really on rock bottom right there. Yeah, he was upset because I wasn't showing up. So he gave me a nice earful, let me know. So that's real. But I remember at the Olympia, it was 2017 or 16, one of those. And so the same thing. It's gonna be me and you one day. Me and you battling it out. So that means a lot, man. When you're not in a good place, that means a lot. That's why, I always respect my brother as a fellow competitor, man. When I see him do well, it makes me excited, because he motivates me, and I know we motivate each other. So it's competitive, but this is a brotherhood at the same time. We're no different. We have the same difficult struggles. We trying to feed our families. We trying to keep this money coming in and improve our bodies. But so my hat goes off to him. He hasn't been in the best situation, and he still conquers like his name says. He's still a conqueror, man. He had the support coming into this show. He came in having to do some things, and he really set the stage and took that title, man. So I'm happy for him, man. I'm proud.
Brandon, I just appointed you as William's trainer for the Olympics. Okay? So you've got to give him some advices, the right advices, okay, to prepare to beat you and take your title. So what advice would you give William as he prepares for the Olympiad?
Most people wouldn't do this, but I'm going to be real, because I know William, he works hard. He works really, really hard. Sometimes he'll overwork himself. He works too hard. So he needs to be able to understand when he needs to pull back and when he needs to push.
What do you think, William? Now take it easy.
He got me. He got me on that, yeah. Sometimes I just too much, and focus on my physique times, because, you want it so bad, you understand? You don't want to let any day go by, and sometimes you got to cut back your cardio, cut back some certain things, and just can't do that,
All right, so write this down. Number 1, don't train too hard.
Don't train too hard.
Yeah, number 1, don't train too hard.
Overdo it.
Don't overdo it.
Yes,
That's good advice. I like that. Very good. He's got a good heart, bro. Brandon Curry, ladies and gentlemen. Last but certainly not least, this is a gentleman that you've seen on this very stage over the years. He held the record for many of those years until they started adding other Arnolds. But he was your 4-time Olympia champ. Maybe would have, should have, could have been an Olympia champion. Give it up for the one and only Flex Wheeler. Yeah! All right, Flex, great to have you back up on the stage again. Most people that follow your path know you've got huge obstacles to overcome. I saw my buddy Dan Solomon went and saw you some months back, and things weren't really looking too good around that time. So it's great to see you.
Share with everybody what you said. When you guys came, so it was incredible. They were in Vegas, and they sent me a text and said, "Hey, can we come and visit you?" And I'm like, "Of course." But obviously, I was on a tremendous amount of drugs and everything, so I was in and out. So from your perspective, you know, as we talk, you know, you go ahead and share with everybody what you think.
Well, it wasn't good. I mean, you know, he's in the hospital setting. They had just amputated your leg below the knee. Like I said, he was dealing with all kinds of, you know, pain and issues, and you know, unfortunately, he had some other issues that they had to overcome. So it wasn't just that's a simple thing, but you know, blood issues, kidney issues, which you've had for many years now, and other things. So they're trying to coordinate all this stuff, and it's back and forth. I mean, it's just a lot of, well, we can't do this because of this, and well, if we do this, we can't do that, and that's a problem. And meanwhile, he's dying. I mean, he's in so much pain. They can't give him pain medication because of the kidney issue. That said, you know, we wanted to come down, even though we knew you weren't the best of spirits, but we wanted to come down just to see you. But it's so great to see you back, man. Just you know, you got, you know, the face is full. You got color back in you. Got some new parts.
Yeah, got some new armor. Yeah, nice little.
Very nice, sir.
Kind of looks like Ronnie Coleman on his car.
So, take us back, Flex. You know, obviously this came up now. This is something you've been dealing with for a while. This, a lot of people think it kind of came out of the blue, but that's not the case. And actually, you just recently shared some pictures out on the line, which were very graphic, which they were literally sliced open the leg, trying to, you know, get the muscle back and get everything kind of working. And at the end of the day, when I asked you about it, you actually were somewhat relieved, actually, that they were going to take the leg at that time.